bikini-clad junk, and one mere push away from falling 3 stories below. He hadn't showered in days. Caleb's scent still lingered like a ghost on his skin, and if he washed it away, it'd be the last thing he knew of Caleb Fletcher, the man who gave and took everything from him. Have you ever felt so in love? Your heart wanted to leave your chest and join whoever it is you couldn't live without. And after that moment, your heart never truly belonged to you anymore. Well, that sounded like a living nightmare to Beau. He liked his heart right where it was, locked up in his chest. But every time he thought of Caleb, he felt trapped, sucked into a hole of despair that began and ended with every last word they shouted at each other. Why did things have to get so ugly? Why do angry words always have to come between the love they so clearly had for one another? All Beau wanted was for his phone to make that little ding, and for him to pick it up and see Caleb's words, and to feel relief. Then he'd know if it was over for good, or if there was one last drop for him at the bottom. One last drop. Was everything a drinking metaphor now? "I've become my old man," he lamented, an especially cruel sequence of words he swore he'd never say. He lifted his hand to his eyes. A modest platinum band on his finger stared back at him like the punchline to a joke he dared never utter. The joke was something about him believing he'd ever deserve a love as real as Caleb's. Everyone in the audience would laugh except for Beau, who just lifted his can of second-rate beer in a toast before kicking it back. Except he had no beer, because he was out. Why didn't he give Caleb this damned ring when he had the chance? He tugged at the ring on his finger. It slipped off too easily. Was that yet another metaphor? "I do," said Beau to the ring through his watery eyes. They weren't watering from crying, of course. Beau never cried. He kept all of his feelings stuffed down inside like you're supposed to, festering, ignored, and full of potential like a goddamned volcano ready to blow. "In sickness, in health, all of it. I do, Caleb Fletcher. I fucking do. Now pick up the phone already and let's make this right again. Okay?" His heart was broken. Wasn't that enough to pay back for all the years they'd weathered each other's storm? A drop of rain kissed his nose right then. Beau looked up. Perfect. Just like the day they met, nearly 20 years ago. First came the rain, then the lightning, then Caleb at the end of the driveway, where Beau's bike was about to crash into the poor boy. Maybe they were doomed from the start. The first thing Beau ever did to Caleb was hurt him. Maybe it'll be the last, too. The next thunderbolt came like a bomb, blinding and loud. Beau flinched, and the ring slipped from his fingers. He nearly went with it before clinging to the railing to stop himself. His wide eyes watched as the ring nosedived to the parking lot below, like just another raindrop speeding by. If he didn't get that ring back, he was sure it'd be found by any of the sketchy people who stayed at that place. Then all his love for Caleb, represented by that ring, would be reduced to nothing but cheap pawn shop fodder for someone's next dime bag. Beau hopped right off the balcony railing like he wasn't just an inch from falling to his death, stepped over an empty pizza box, nearly banged his foot into the leg of the coffee table, then tore out of the apartment. And in the bushes far below his balcony, Beau dug through branches and leaves and dirt, a sheen of sweat clinging to his forehead as the rain began to fall all around him, thunder booming at his back, fingers